Today we're going to be talking about 5 important characteristics of the successful distance learner. To be successful in a blended class such as this, it is important that you exhibit these traits into the face-to-face classroom as well. There's some literature on the matter. It says that you need to be self-motivated, self-directed. You need to have an internal locus of control. You need to have good executive functioning, communication, interaction, and technological skills. We'll go over all of these. Several of those are mentioned. One thing that is important is that you need to have a commitment to your learning. It is not the teacher's job to make you learn. It's not the instructor's job. It is your job. You have to be committed to it. It needs to be your priority. It needs to be your focus. Whether that's in a regular classroom, a blended classroom, or a completely online classroom, that is always true. Another important thing to do is you need to check in daily. Things change. You hear information from your peers, your instructors, new due dates. Things change. You need to be online daily. Some days more than others, but daily. And then also, you have to own the learning experience. You have to really understand that this is important and that this is going to impact you going forward. Let's talk about some 5 characteristics. We're looking at time management responsibilities, understanding the structure of the course, and week by week. You need to have some prerequisite knowledge. A lot of students enter classes without understanding what they need to know before they get into the class. We're going to talk about that a little bit. You need to be self-motivated, and you need to have a basic understanding of the technology that's being used in the classroom. We talked about that a little bit in Module 1, about the technology tools we'll be using in here, but it also goes with your software, your computer, and just in general things that you're using on your computer. Alright, first thing you need to do, time management responsibilities. It is your job to make sure you get things done in a timely manner. Don't wait until the last second, because when you're talking about blended instruction, online instruction, your group depends on you. If something goes wrong at the last second, email takes time to be given and received. There are less time for excuses. It's flexible, but it's flexible so that you have the time to do it, so you can wait till the last second. Also, look ahead. If you have a big project doing in 6 weeks, make sure you start it. Do a little bit week by week. It's an important thing. You need to understand the structure of the class, know exactly what is expected of you. A lot of professors will have an announcement section that you can look at at the beginning of the week that tells you kind of the clarifying details that you need to know. And if you don't know what happens, you need to email your professor as soon as you know. That's why you need to check in daily, like we talked about. And also, it's important for you to understand the requirements are minimum expectations. If you want a better grade, you need to go above and beyond. Okay, let's talk about prerequisite knowledge. You're going to have limited assistance in this class. A lot of it is on your own. So the things that you don't know, you need to be self-sufficient in learning them. Like go to YouTube, go to other self-directed video chatting. Do something to help you learn that material, because it's not the professor's job. It's your job. Like we talked about, you have to own your own learning. You have to use all the resources there. And then if you are still struggling, feel free to get outside tutoring. You can get it quickly. Don't wait until you're failing before that happens. You need to be proactive in the matter. Okay, then next thing I want to talk about is self-motivation. If you don't understand something clearly, get clarification. When you're checking in daily, email that professor as soon as you don't understand something, or email your peers. Talk to your peers about it. It's important that you know that if you put in more effort, you're going to get more out of it. That's a big deal in this blended course. And then the last thing is technology. You need to make sure you have technology available. That includes the software that you need and the network you need. If you have an older computer that crashes a lot, maybe you need to think about investing in a new one, or having readily available access to like the library or something. And also, you need to know how to use it. No one's here to hold your hand on your technology. It's up to you. You need to be self-motivated. And then also, I've found that with technology, the more you try, the more you learn. A lot of people fail on something with technology and then they just stop. And, that failure is a learning lesson. Try something else. Try clicking somewhere else. Go to a different window. Click on a different tab. Look stuff up. Google it. whatever you need to do to learn the material. You have to be willing and motivated to do it. Alright, and those are the 5, well not the 5, but the 5 that I found important. The traits for the successful distance learner. Here are my resources, Kaufman, Shiki, and Science. Thanks for listening. I'll see you in class.